If they're not, they could face serious consequences, including being discharged. The vaccine deadline already passed for the Marines, the Navy, the Space Force, and the Air Force. Monday, the Air Force announced it discharged 27 who refused to get vaccinated. NBC's Courtney Kuby on the Pentagon's push to get shots in arms.
Shep, today is the deadline for all active duty U.S. Army soldiers to be vaccinated for COVID. Now, we don't have the final numbers for exactly how many U.S. troops may not have met today's deadline. But according to some preliminary numbers that we got from defense officials, somewhere in the neighborhood of 97 to 98% of all U.S. soldiers did get their COVID vaccine by today's deadline. Now, keep in mind, Shep, the entire U.S. Army is more than 480,000 soldiers. So 2 to 3% is still thousands of individuals. But of those remaining troops who didn't get the vaccine in time, about 1%, a little bit more than that, are actually in an exemption process. So there are several different ways that troops can be exempted from getting the vaccine. One is a medical waiver and a medical exemption, and the other is a religious one. But we also know that so far only 3 medical waivers have been granted and no religious waivers have been granted. So the reality is the majority of those who are in that process probably will not get their exemption that they've applied for. So that still leaves somewhere in the neighborhood of thousands of troops who have not got their vaccine, who didn't meet the deadline. The reality is they will be counseled by their leadership, but if they continue to refuse to get the vaccine, they can be processed for administrative separation. We've already seen that happen in the Air Force. We will likely see that happen to some troops in the U.S. Army as well.